Alright, before we begin, I just want to say that, this is going to be, like, my last review here, because in, like, a few hours, my dad and I are going to pack up my computer to bring over to my mom's house, so I won't be doing any recording for a while, or uploading, so I just want to get this review out of the way, so that way I won't have to have much about, like, basically, I won't be able to, like, upload anything with my computer not, like, being plugged in and such. So, since we're gonna pack that up, I won't be able to, like, do any recordings for a while. So my last review, pretty much here in this room, let's review Leap of Faith. Okay, let's do it. So this episode starts off at the pond where the Apple family has a nice time.
Alright, but this is the last one.
Where the Apple family, except for Granny Smith, has a fun time until she reveals that she's afraid of water.
I was an Uncle Pony All-Star.
Yeah, and apparently we also find out that Granny Smith used to be a daredevil. Go figure.
He thinks I was the only apple to ever come close to breaking the Equestria High Diamond record. Falling 6 stories into a deep dish pie pan takes a toll on the hindquarters. Oh, I was so sore it took years before I could even look at the water again. Just the idea of swimming makes my whole body ache. Besides, these old legs can't even paddle fast enough to stay afloat. Boy, I sure would hate to be afraid of swimming. You think I'll ever be scared of the water?
So as well, that was pretty funny. So the apples try to head into town, and as they try to discuss with Arden instead, they suddenly hear...
Pony's headed.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mute this for here because you know the issue that I've been having. So anyways, the apples eventually figure out and see a crowd of ponies being focused by circus music, apparently, as they see a gigantic circus tent. And remember what I said back at Super Saiyan Squeezy 6000? Well, guess who makes a return? Take a guess. Seriously. Yep, the Flim Flam brothers make their return. And I'm not really bothered by it all that much. I mean, to their credit, they're definitely a lot more represented here than they were in Super Speedy. I mean, for starters, they aren't completely in your face. They still have their, like circus music and such, but it's okay. And to be fair, it doesn't go, like, God forbid, for, like, a goddamn eternity, and, you know, nothing ever happens. So basically, during another song sequence, which is what I have to mute for because, you know, copyright. So anyways, during the song, Flim and Flam reveal that they have a super miracle tonic that can actually be able to cure any kind of disease or any injuries that any of the ponies have. Gee, I have never seen that before. But hey, if it was real, maybe they could use it to cure cancer. But yeah, seriously, coming up with a drink that can cure anything, I have never ever seen it done before. And yes, I was being sarcastic. I have seen it done before. And for some stupid reason that's never really explained, Granny Smith buys into the tonic, not recognizing Flim and Flam for like 5 minutes, and uses God knows how much gold to buy the tonic.
Money? Well, I don't know about that, but I don't think there's a tonic in Equestria that can make an old pony young again.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen. But apparently it turns out that the tonic actually works, as Granny Smith is swimming. Okay.
Well, I just do it. Flim Flam Tonic.
I'm not so sure that tonic really does anything.
Doesn't do anything. What you call it?
Okay, she gets breakdance. Okay, break dancing and My Little Pony. I'm trying to figure out how to respond to this. It's pretty much the equivalent of mentioning Donkey Kong and breakdancing in the Lorax. It has no purpose.
I'm glad you're feeling good, but how do you know it's from the tonic?
I looked out at the water this morning and I felt the same terrifying aches and pains I always do. But one sip of that magic elixir and it all went away.
Yes, and this is also coming from the same guys that you got into an argument and formed a contest to try and bribe you out of your farm. Then again, and last time I checked, you didn't want to see them ever again, but you were totally okay with it. So of course, like most people in the audience, Applejack has some suspicion about the tonic and goes to see the Flim Flam brothers for...
Though if it's a genuine cure, I don't...
But they find the guy, who, one of the ponies that was cured earlier, here named Silver Quill, like Silver Streak, I think his name was? I don't know, his voice actor plays Mega Man, so I'm just gonna call him Pony Man, whatever. Okay, so basically this is gonna be the equivalent of that British guy who's named. So I'm actually gonna do a little research, and before you actually have the balls to tell me what that guy's name is, in the comments below, fuck you! The rest of the world's gonna call him that British guy whose name you can't remember. Oh, Silver Shill. Wow, I am such an idiot. So yes, so Silver Shill is the name of the pony who actually, turns out, is a part of the scandal of the Flim Flam brothers. And of course, he tries to run away.
Wait a second. What's that thing calling from before?
Hey!
Busted!
Granny couldn't swim before, and now she can. Just like you couldn't walk, and now you can. But what are you doing back here? I mean, it's a tight journey and all.
You never needed crutches at all, did you?
So Applejack decides hey, I just had enough of this. Let's actually get some answers. And Flim and Flam basically continue to act villain are pretty much, they're still the villains, which I seriously don't appreciate for. Seriously, give us some kind of humility in these guys.
So what brings you back to our humble abode?
You two charlatans sold my granny a bottle of tonic, and now she's off acting like a filly again.
What's so bad about that?
If she keeps gallivanting around like a yearling, she's apt to drop from exhaustion, or worse.
I actually have a list for that. So, how do Flim and Flam trick? By basically start running at the mouth and pretty much acting like con artists.
What's more...
But then again, they are con
my
artists.
friend here is dressing up as a different pony every night so he can pretend to be cured.
Oh, well, that's quite an accusation. But let's say that it's true. Hypothetically, theoretically, as I understand, your granny was a famous aqua pony. The star of the show once upon a time.
Okay, how exactly did you know about that? What, do you also have like you have like microphones hidden in the trees or something? How do you even know about that?
Fox hasn't said so much as a hoof in the water since.
Until today, that's right.
Well, then even if our tonic were nothing more than a mixture of apple juice and beet leaves.
Oh, so that's what it's made out of.
Theoretically. The fact is that Granny is happier now than before she tried it.
I guess.
So, the question is, do you really want to be the pony who takes all that happiness away?
Well, I'll give them this. They at least know how to push the right buttons to keep Applejack's lips sealed. And so the next day, Applejack can't file
I've been for too long, and now thanks to that flim-flam tonic, I don't have to. Granny, you think I could be an Uncle Pony like you? Of course you can, Sapling. There's nothing to it but to do it.
Yeah, that would probably go over so well.
Well, the ponytail swimming is coming up. We should act together.
Oh, yeah.
Legendary water pony like you? We'd be a speech to him.
Yes. So, if you weren't paying attention, apparently this contest that I seriously don't know, like, where that came from, Apple Bloom decides to answer both her and Granny Smith into the picture. This ought to be good. And of course, Applejack doesn't feel too confident about this. And again, neither would I.
The most important thing is to be safe and have fun, right?
Fiddlesticks! With the routine we'll be working on, I'll be a plum pudding if we don't wear this thing.
Yeah, and a few hospital bills will also... would be another thing.
Good luck, Ben.
Good luck.
Okay, that's another thing I gotta get to this episode. The comedy is pretty hilarious. Hell, even the break dancing moment, which is still pretty random, it's still kind of funny. I'll give them this, it's much better than any modern comedy movie.
Well,
That was some of the most amazing aquabatics I've ever seen. How in Equestria did you do it? Hard work? Lots of practice?
But then Applejack comes across Shrill. Oh my god, why can I do this? Well, and basically finally confronts him, and we get some pretty nice character insight.
what are you doing here? Oh, things are going so well. Flam and Flam gave me a promotion. Just made my first bid as a sales pony. No more costumes for this pony. This is more of a uniform. If you say so. I used to wonder if I was doing the right thing, pretending to be cured, basically lying to folks about this tonic, but thanks to you, I realized that sometimes honesty isn't the best policy. Thanks to me?
Like, Flam.
Yep. So basically, Shrill basically gives some insight saying that telling the truth may not be the best policy, and gives telling the truth a second thought, and is just more so about in it for the money. Basically, everything that Applejack is against. This is something I really appreciate. And yes.
This has got to stop. If ponies keep believing that tonic is... Basically lying.
I'm just trying to plug.
Flam's magical curative tonic? Huh?
Ah, great. Even Apple Bloom is getting hit with the idiot stick.
Granny can do it.
No. This has got to stop. If ponies keep believing... Who knows what'll happen? Maybe something like that?
Oh, yes. And apparently during all this, Granny Smith decides to go up the high dive because apparently she thinks she's Daredevil now. Yeah, this is going to end over so well. Apple Bloom, you're not helping.
What in blazes does she think she's doing?
Granny's gonna break the Equestria high diving record.
Yeah, let's see how that would go theoretically. Dead. No questions.
Land sakes!
So, before Granny does the most idiot obvious thing anyone's ever done, Applejack thankfully saves her in time. Thank God for it, because honestly, we do not want that in our conscience. Besides, we already have other stuff in our conscience that I rather not mention.
Now, what in tarnation did you do that for?
Saving her life. That's what she was doing.
That was the most fool pony
me do it all my life.
I think the correct response would be that would be the stupidest thing I've ever seen any pony do in my entire life.
You can't do a dive like that. No, quicker, bosses. I had enough tonic to do a dive 10 times as high.
20 times by my count, 30 with a favorable breeze.
And so, of course, Applejack has had enough because then her element is put to the test. Yep. It's our 5th Rainbow Key episode. Seriously, I know it's been like 4 episodes since it ain't easy being breezy, but I haven't gotten to a Rainbow Key episode since God knows when. But I think, honestly, this is a great way to do it. Because after talking with Silver or Shrill and having to understand what the consequences are, it really shows how much Applejack's element of honesty is put to the test. And that's when she finally reveals the truth.
I hate to disappoint every pony, but there's no way Granny could have made that dive because this tonic is a fake.
Well, you also could have proven it if you actually let Granny take the fall and have a broken neck. That would have proved it. But hey, at least it's a lot better than having the proof of the rats and Tentaclino.
But you gave it your stamp of approval. Are you saying you lied? I didn't mean to, but every pony seems so much happier. I couldn't bring myself to tell you when I found out the tonic wasn't real. I know it was wrong. I just hope with time I can win back every pony's trust.
And, well, time usually means 1 episode.
But if the tonic is a fake, then how come Granny can swim again, and what about all that acrobatic stuff we just did? I reckon sometimes you can forget what you're capable of, and it just takes a little extra confidence to remember that it was inside of you all along. But telling ponies your tonic can do things it can't is just wrong.
But you just said it boosts confidence. And that's not all it does, folks.
Yes, it is. In fact, it's not a tonic at all. I know, because I helped make it. Watching
Busted!
Applejack save Granny and then admit to lying, well, that made me realize I was making ponies believe in a thing that just wasn't so.
Believe.
And Silver Shrill's old character key is also very, very good.
And something can help you do amazing things. But if that belief is based on a lie, eventually it's going to lead to real trouble.
Thank you, Applejack. I got this through dishonest means. That was a mistake I won't be making again. I'd like you to have it. As a reminder of how you helped me finally see the truth.
I don't know.
Oh, don't worry. I'll track down the pony I sold that worthless tonic to and give him another bit to replace this one. Honest.
I'm sorry, Granny. I hope this doesn't mean you'll stop swimming. Why in tarnation would I do that? I just can't believe those 2 sales ponies had me believing I could near fly.
You didn't figure that out much sooner?
Hey, where'd they go? Being honest sure gets hard when it seems like the truth might hurt some pony you care about. But I think believing a lie can end up hurting even more. Maybe some ponies don't care about that, but...
Yeah, then again, they're probably never going to change their ways because they'll never show any humility.
But I sure ain't one of them. Now you take it easy there, Granny. Oh, I plan to.
And thus we have our 5th Rainbow Key. 5 down, only 1 more to go. And thus that was Leap of Faith. And I hear a lot of people in the fandom say they don't like this episode, but I relatively enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, the story is kind of predictable, and you kind of...
Littlest headshot is all me.
I mean, yeah, the story, yes, is predictable, and you can pretty much see all the plot points coming from like a mile away, but it's pretty much like the same thing as the last roundup. Just because the story is predictable, that doesn't mean it's automatically bad. It's the journey that what makes it... And this journey was rather something... Yeah, a lot of the stuff that I like is that the comedy is very, very hilarious, even if it was some cringeworthy at times. Silver Shrill was probably one of the probably the second greatest keybringer, and finally admitting what he was doing was wrong. Applejack's element of honesty was put to the test, and relatively the moral was very well taught in saying that believing in a lie won't be. But it also teaches kids to learn the difference of what's right and wrong, and sometimes when to own up to your responsibility. Are there problems with the episode? Sure. The Flim and Flam brothers just being complete villains without showing any humility whatsoever, as well as both Granny Smith and Appleboom being hit in the head with the idiot stick was really dumb. But other than that, this episode's relatively good. I'd probably give it about a B+. I mean, if some of the songs were fixed and if Granny was a bit smarter, then maybe this episode would have gotten like an A-, but I still relatively enjoyed the episode. So as it is, Leap of Faith gets a B+. And with that, I will see you guys when I'm probably off to college, or if I can actually clear up my data on my laptop at my mom's. But in any case, I will see you guys in, testing, 1, 2, 3. See you guys next time. Bye.